Welcome to Lire Davantage Vancouver. Lire Davantage Vancouver aspires to rekindle the love that Francophone high school and university students ages 12 to 30 have for reading in the language of Molière, meaning French. From May 21st to 22nd, 2022, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., discover various Francophone stories and poetry, including works from local authors and authors from further afield in Canada. Various workshops and readings will take place across satellite university campuses. Program will be held on the Saturday at UBC Robson Square and on the Sunday at SFU Harbour Centre. Additionally, there will be a used book sale located at the Centre Culturel Francophone de Vancouver on West 7th Avenue on both days. At this festival, youth and young adults from across the Lower Mainland will discover the richness of Francophone literature, enticing them to read more. Lire Davantage Vancouver encourages the discovery and the continued enjoyment of Francophone literatures to readers and writers of all levels of French. Our audience really is French-speaking youth, ages 12 to 30, so whether they are native speakers or second or third language learners, everyone who speaks French or is interested in learning the language is welcome to attend. In terms of program, our first piece of programming will be Delving into Identity and the Innu Reality, a conversation between Sarah Henze and Naomi Fontaine. Naomi Fontaine is an Indigenous author from the traditional Innu territories located near Sept-Îles in Quebec. Sarah is an assistant professor in the SFU French and Indigenous Studies Department. Sarah will lead this conversation, which will cover Naomi's most recent award-winning book, Sahni, which was published in 2020, and they'll talk about identity, the realities of being Innu, and what that means. Our second piece of programming is Exploring Slam Poetry with Tanguy Titang Exhumé. Titang is a poet, author, and spoken word artist from Haiti. He will lead a poetry workshop, starting with reading excerpts from his two works, Sommet 31 and Le Sommet de l'Ange, and then he'll lead an interactive spoken word poetry workshop to help folks learn how to better express themselves in this medium. Our third piece of programming that we'd like to share with you is a meet and greet with readings from Le Chat Janus. Author Lynne Garot will start by sharing excerpts from her most recent book, Le Chat Janus, which is actually a book comprised of 3 smaller novels within it, chatting on some of the main themes of the book, including the passing of time and new beginnings. She will finish up this workshop with a meet and greet where she will sign copies of her book. This concludes our program.
Marketing our event, we plan to use social media outlets such as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. A large portion of our target demographic are active users of these outlets. We plan on beginning our marketing campaign 6 months in advance so that we're able to build some anticipation and excitement around the event. We plan on creating a dedicated Facebook page for our event, which will be a hub for all event information and would help us gather insights into event attendees. Through a combination of weekly posts in the form of written content about our events, videos of event preparations, video testimonials from all our staff, as well as our guest authors, we plan to spread the word around and maximize involvement. Through our social media channels, we plan on going live with our guest authors so that we are able to make our audiences know about our guests and their background. This would also help us capitalize on their existing following. As we continue to strengthen our partnerships with our community and media partners, it presents us an incredible opportunity for us to use their existing platforms to promote our events. Our collaboration with Law Source and ICI Radio Canada would help us even get media coverage and increase our visibility to Francophone speakers within BC. Our marketing campaign would benefit immensely from email marketing. We plan to use MailChimp for this campaign, and our goal is to share bi-weekly newsletters, ticket reminders, and schedule an event countdown. To help us prepare better and incorporate positive changes in our event going forward, we also wish to send our audiences a post-event survey which would help us get their feedback.
The Davantage will have 3 sponsorship levels: Gold, Silver, and Bronze. The Gold level includes special sponsors to Lire Davantage and must be willing to contribute a minimum of $2,000. Sponsors in this level will receive more visibility, such as logo placement on promotional material, plus 20 free tickets, along with a mention of thank you during the introduction of the event. Sponsors include Heritage Canada, the Consulate of France in Vancouver, and the Canadian Council. Silver sponsors will have offerings that help with the event's material and promotions, with a minimum contribution of $500. Organizations will receive some visibility, such as logo placement on posters, plus 10 free tickets, along with a mention of thank you during the introduction of the event. Sponsors include the Provincial Government of Quebec, Alliance Française, SFU Office of Francophone and Francophile Affairs, and lastly, the Centre de la Francophonie de UBC. The contributions from the last bronze level will go towards event materials for attendees, and sponsors may pay a minimum of $200. Organizations will receive 5 free tickets along with a mention of thank you during the introduction of the events. Sponsors include Antidote, BMO, Société de Développement Économique de la Colombie-Britannique, and Faubourg.
The revenue includes ticket sales, merchandise sales, individual fundraising, and sponsorship. We have regular ticket price of $10. Students will get discounts with valid student ID, and our average ticket price is $5. We expect 40 audience per day in our 85th venue. Therefore, we have our estimated ticket sales of $400. We will be having used book sales that ranges from $1 to $15. We expect about half of our audience to buy the books in average price of $7.5, which comes to $300 for our estimated merchandise sales. We estimate about $65 from the individual fundraising, given that expected donation be $1 to $5 from 26 people, which is about 1/3 of the audience. With the $12,250 from the sponsors, our total revenue will be $13,015. In terms of expenses, the venue costs $2,000, $885 for 12 hours in UBC Robson campus, $715 for full day at SFU's Hopper Center, $400 for 10 hours a day at the Francophone Center. We estimate $1,791 for artist expenses, and the cost includes artist fee, artist travel, hotel, and the food. We'll be preparing t-shirts and stickers for our audience, volunteers, and staffs, which will cost $176. Used book for the used book sales cost $0 because they will be donated from the communities and our partners. The production costs $207 for supplies needed for the program, and that would be the total since the venue comes with other basic equipment for the program. We'll need 250 tickets, 10 posters, and 250 program guides printed, which in total cost $205. The salaries for employees will take $1,000, and insurance will take $150 for each person, which will take $6,900 for 6 of them. In total, we expect $11,279 for our expenses toward the event. Thank you for listening, and see you at Lia Davantage, Vancouver.